Good morning, grade 2. How are you? I'd like to apologize for what happened during last session. It was out of my hand, okay, because of the internet, and I do apologize for what happened. Let's see what should we cover, or what did we say during the last session. We said that Earth is made up of rock, okay? The Earth that we live on is made up of rock. Where is this rock? We said that the rock is underwater or soil. This rock is underwater or soil. What do we call this rock? We said this rock is called earth crust. It's called earth crust. So the earth is made up of rock. This rock is called earth crust. It's called earth crust. Does the earth crust change? Yes. This is that we have discussed during the last session, that we said that the earth crust is changing. But how does the earth crust change? We said that the earth crust is changed by many things. The first thing that can change the earth crust or changes the rock of the earth is weathering. Repeat after me, weathering. Weathering. What's weathering? Weathering means wind and water break down rocks into smaller pieces. Weathering, wind and water break rocks into pieces. One more time. Weathering, wind and water break rocks into pieces. One more time. Weathering, weathering, wind and water break rocks into pieces. Wind and water break rocks into pieces. And I sent you the link of what is weathering in the chat box. And if you were not able to watch it, you can find the video of weathering on your SMS account. Okay, so weathering, wind and water break rocks into pieces. Let's see, how does the water break rocks? Here is telling you that when water freezes in the rocks, when it's very cold and water freezes inside the rocks, it breaks the rocks into pieces. And if you remember what happened in the video when a girl tried to fill its bottle or her bottle to the top, okay, and she put it in the freezer. And it happened with me personally. It happened with me. I put my Tupperware bottle in the freezer. I felt sorry for this bottle because its color was green and its color was pink, and I really like pinky stuff. I fill it and I put it in the freezer, okay, and I left it for 1 day in the freezer, and I forgot it. I forgot it in the freezer. But once I got it out of the freezer, it was broken. I tried to open it, it was broken. So this is what happened, or what's happening with rocks. When water freezes in the rocks, it breaks the rocks into pieces. The rocks will be broken into pieces. So we said weathering, weathering, wind and water break rocks into pieces. Weathering, wind and water break rocks into pieces. We said when water freezes in the rocks, it breaks the rocks into pieces. It breaks the rocks into pieces, okay? And you can try it with a plastic bottle, a bottle that you don't need, okay? That you can leave it in the freezer and fill it to the top. After a while, if you try to open it, maybe it will be broken, like what happened with mine. My bottle, really, it was broken because I filled it to the top and I left it in the freezer. So the water expanded inside the bottle, or the ice expanded, and the bottle was broken. And I feel sorry for my bottle, really. So we said weathering, wind and water break rocks into pieces. Wind and water break rocks into pieces. When water freezes in the rocks, it breaks the rocks into pieces. The rocks will be broken into pieces. When wind and water break rocks into pieces, what will happen after this? Wind and water will move the sand and the small rocks that were broken to another place. Of course, they will carry, wind and water will carry the broken rocks and the sand to take them to another place. So here we have erosion. So what is erosion? Erosion means water and wind move small rocks. So withering, break, erosion, move, withering, break, erosion, move. And the wind and water at the beginning broke the rocks into pieces. After this, the same wind and water will carry the small rocks and the small broken rocks to another place. And by the end, the shape of this rock will be changed because they were broken. And after this, the wind and water will move them or will carry them to another place. So, withering, break, erosion, move, withering, break, erosion, move. So, we said what happened with weathering? Wind and water break rocks into pieces. Wind and water break rocks into pieces. Wind and water break rocks into pieces. After this, we said when water freezes, the rocks will be broken. The rocks will be broken. This all happened in weathering. So weathering, wind and water break rocks into pieces. Wind and water break rocks into pieces. Okay, they cause cracks in the rocks. Next, we spoke about erosion. What did we say about erosion? We said when these rocks are broken into pieces, wind and water will carry these broken rocks and this sand to another place. And by the end, the shape of the rock will be changed because the rock was broken. After this, wind and water move these small rocks to another place. So this is erosion. Remember it. Withering, break. Erosion, move. Withering, break. Erosion, move. So when I said or when I ask you about withering, you should tell me wind and water break rocks into pieces. If I'm asking you about erosion, you should tell me wind and water move rocks to another place or to another place, as I said. Okay, so weathering, break, erosion, move, weathering, break, erosion, move, weathering, wind and water, break rocks into pieces, erosion, wind and water, move these rocks. They will carry the small rocks from their place to another place, and by the end, the shape of this rock will be changed. Okay, thanks, grade 2, for watching, and sorry for what happened in our online session. I wish that you understood this part or the first part of our lesson, which is called What Changed the Earth's Surface. Thank you so much and see you later. Bye.